I was born into a creative family where there was music and singing all the time, and yet when I grew up, got older, I started working for my uncle who was a dentist in the Navy. And although I wanted to be a musician, I played drums in a band, and I wanted to be an artist because I was always doodling and building model airplanes and things like that. But I really kind of nailed it down and knew I had a passion for it and affinity for it in college. When I finished my pre-med and pre-dental and biology major, I really just dove into art. It was kind of a sideline, but I really dove into it. And I got experience in all different mediums, okay, from woodworking and metalworking and drawing and painting. It wasn't sculpting until actually much later, but that passion started in college, okay? And I was, for a couple of years, I was an art major. And so I got to be exposed to a lot of different periods of art and types of art. After I got out of dental school, I was able to set my mind free of just focused on science and dentistry and start to look at my other passions again in pure art, okay, and the fine arts. So I started taking classes at a private little school, and I started drawing and painting, and I did that for a year or two. And then I could hear this calling in another classroom about sculpture, and I could hear all the fun that was happening. I looked at it, and it looked open and free and physical and bigger. So I scooted myself over into the sculpture class, and I enjoyed that. And once I started that class, I knew that was it. It was a hit because the music was loud, and I was throwing clay, and I could work on a bigger scale. And when you work on a bigger scale, you can again apply those details. And sculpting just became a passion of mine. And from there, not only did I take classes in an art school, but I actually traveled to France, and I took a class for a month in a small little village in France. And I sculpted every day, all day long, in this barn where cows were poking their heads inside the windows, and people around me were just having a wonderful time looking at art, and where some of the nicest art in the world is produced. And you know, it's just a great expression of who you are. Being able to be creative artistically, it's the joy of creation, not destruction. For me, that's a joy because I work with my hands, and my hands are an expression of my creativity, and sculpture just seems to fit very well for me.